Hey, what's going on? How you guys doing? Courtesy Flush. I'm here with Naracer. Mike's over there on the heckle couch tonight. What the fuck was that?
There's my heckle laugh.
That caught me by surprise.
Hey,
wow.
Biddy.
Hey, Biddy, it's good to see you, man. Our day went better now that work is kind of winding down. Michael and I have been getting up mega early to go do some craziness.
I did almost nothing for 5 hours at work.
Fuck you. No, I'm kidding. I don't know why I had to turn the music down fuck you. I was trying to adjust the audio.
No, you just want to make your feelings perfectly clear.
I try to do that.
I am an extremely lucky
Would you guys
sweater.
describe me as somebody who wears his feelings on his sleeve?
Yes.
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 Okay.
I think,
All right, I'm done.
even if you tried not to, I think you'd have a hard time. Because
Yeah.
it's like, when you're upset, it shows.
I have a good scowl.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm now it's gotten awkward because we're talking about me. So we're gonna be playing Tesla Effect. Just a quick little backstory to this game. It was a sequel to a game in the 90s. All right, backstory over. Now, so basically it was in the 90s. Interplay and the team that worked on this game, they released 3 games in the 90s that were all FMV adventure game kind of deals, called Tex Murphy series under the Killing Moon. Excuse me. Man, I can't get it. These burps. Just get them out. Get them out because I'm gonna try to talk. All right. So yeah. Under Killing Moon. I think it was Martian Memorandum. I think. Or something like that, and then Overseer, which was or is it? I think it might have them out of order.
March Madness?
The Martian Memorandum.
The Monstars from Mars?
No, dude, nobody knows what movie that is.
March Madness with the Martian Monstars.
I'll accept that. You'll give you. I need a Family Feud board. Show us Monstars.
We totally could do that with our setup.
We could. But the thing is, I don't know. I could program that, but I would also have to think prior stream. We surveyed 2 people. Judges.
Is that on the board?
Is that okay? Yeah. Yeah, they said kill yourself. All right, the judges are just saying,
do it in real life.
Do it for the stream. Think of the production value. How are we gonna get views, Michael?
See, people have done that already. It didn't
Dark
work out for
Souls,
them.
but whenever you die, you lose
kill
a point
yourself.
of life.
Every time you die, you have to donate an organ. That's the true donation stream right
that
there.
would be interesting.
You're like, all right, I guess a quarter of my heart it is then. Oh
If
shit!
you're
I
the
think I
kind of
clicked it.
person with the bad valve, you just have a surgeon on standby.
Extreme Family View survey says death by hanging. All right, so back to the game. So basically, this game had, I think, an Overseer. It ended with the main character getting shot, and then it's the next Tex Murphy game. That's when we'll be able to see what happens. Well, 20 years later. Now, well, what happened was in the 1999 to 2002-3, adventure games, the AAA industry decided that they're done. It wasn't decided by anybody else but those people. They were like, we're not making them anymore. Nobody wants to play them or anything, even though they were just fine. But shooters were really kind of picking up, so understandably so. They were like, stop making other games, make shooters. Call of Duty started around that time, and yeah. So game kind of went in obscurity. The developers and the fans like have been hoping and praying for somebody to come along. They've been working their ass off. Finally, they got kickstarted, and now they have Tesla Effect, which is done in HD. It's a sequel to that, Overseer, and I think this game picks up where that game left off. I don't know much more than that. I received it as a gift years ago, and I've been wanting to play it. Like I want to, like it's not like, see, this thing, I could say I've wanted to play it, but then I didn't play it. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
No,
Like,
it does. I have a pile of books on my floor at home that I have not read yet
yeah,
because I want them. I want to
you
read
want to
them.
read them.
I have too many other things to do besides like podcasts and TV shows and
Other games
this
come out, and I'm like, oh,
like,
I'll play Mass Effect Andromeda. Ugh. No, it was that game was fine. I just told Biddy earlier, but I beat Mass Effect Andromeda, and it was whelming. Not overwhelming, not underwhelming. It was whelming.
Whelming.
Yeah. 'Cause I think I said it was underwhelming, but I'm like, you know what? No, there's a lot in the game that's really well done. A lot of stuff a lot of love put into it, and I can appreciate that. I really do. But it's just whelming. I feel like there really wasn't much. I feel like there was a point where they were like, and Michael and I have said this before, where in game development they'll get to a point where you played the first 15 minutes of the game, which look amazing and is really cool and interesting to get you hooked, maybe the first hour or whatever. But then the rest of the game starts to have this like decline in terms of like how different things start to get in terms of like missions and stuff. Fortunately, this game kind of kept it fresh, but whelming. It's very whelming.
Alright.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing it and my time playing it, and I uninstalled it, so it is finished. That's all that has to be said about that. So let me just turn down the tunes. And that was Journey to Silius, which is another NES game. I played one time. Come on. What's going on here? Open them. Oh, there we go. Got it. All right, then. So now we're going to check out Tesla Effect. Are you excited?
I am excited.
You
Yes.
excited?
Yes.
Nice. Mike? You're as
I'm-
excited as you can be
I'm
sitting on
whelmed.
sitting on a laptop in the corner away from everybody.
I mean, I just ate a lot. Like
They
I'm
know
six.
to share though.
Well, yeah. No. Well, like, would you have eaten? What would you have eaten if I had made it?
Well, I mean, I had Outback with my grandparents just before. So
Mike is fine. He had ravioli.
That's right. I had professionally made by a chef ravioli.
And he had options.
Oh, I had options, but you know what? I call my boy Boyardee up into the business, and he makes me a delicious meal. Can't hate the man for it. He does add a lot of sugar to it, though. That is one thing I've noticed with like everything is like there's so much corn syrup and everything,
There's so much.
and that's why I'm
Like-
really glad that I got my Coca-Cola vanilla, which has no sugar in it whatsoever. I don't know why I grimaced. I actually enjoy the taste of it.
Well, it's like
And
I was-
the
I-
eventual diabetes that I'll probably get from drinking enough.
I was texting Kevin the other day, and we were just making jokes, but like there's so much goddamn corn in Ohio and in the rest of America, and I was eating Cheetos the other day, and I was like, oh, what's in Cheetos? Oh, it's cornmeal, fried in corn oil, seasoned with corn and flavor. Like, we have so many fucking ways to mess with corn, it's ridiculous. It's, like, uncanny.
Well, you know, in all fairness, most of Asia has so many ways to fuck with rice.
But rice is, like,
Better for you.
good. Like, you can have, like, you have mochi, what is it, mochi? Mochi?
Mochi.
Mochi. There's mochi,
Yeah.
and then there's rice, and there's rice porridge, and, I mean, there are equivalents with corn, but I don't feel like,
No, I mean, like, in terms of, like, they have the healthier option and they do the same kind of thing. But
they don't grind up and make sugar out of the rice and then put it in everything. And they don't make
that's true.
oil out of the rice.
That
and
would
put
be
that in
baller if they
everything.
could make rice sugar.
Rice sugar.
And just put it in everything.
It'd be like rice starch.
Every meal with that nice, delicious rice starch taste.
Just make gruel. It would be gruel. That would be a thick,
Gruel?
soupy gruel. Of
What is
rice.
gruel? I've never so like you watch the old, like what is it, Oliver and Company?
Yeah.
And that was gruel, wasn't it?
I'm looking it up, but what I imagine is it's something that's just been boiled into oblivion, and so whatever you put in, it's lost flavor. So it's like whatever you can manage. Whatever you can manage. So if you just have like a
Gruel,
yeah.
a thin liquid food of oatmeal or other meal boiled in milk or water.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
That just sounds like some sort of liberal bullshit. Anyway, let's hit play. Guys have said
We're,
like
we're
this.
here to play games, right? I think
Right.
that's what we're here for.
Yeah, it's like oatmeal soup. Jesus Christ, that's disgusting. I'm so sorry, Oliver. I know you wanted more, but why? It probably wasn't good.
Okay, let's delete that. Start a new profile. Casual or gamer. Oh man, this font is so easy to read. The flashlight will not reveal any sparkly hints. The in-game hint system is inaccessible. Puzzles may not be skipped. What the fuck? Also, casual mode is like for people who just want to points are earned. Yeah, let's just play gamer mode. Why not? We're gonna call this one courtesy. Flush. Because I can't. Well, I got that super sensitive keyboard. I just barely press any. I'm not even pushing on the keys, and it just does that. Because of course I have to get the like Super Pro Elite Gamer Corsair keyboard with lightning keys. It actually makes a low humming noise, which I always think is kind of interesting. Because it's like, of course it should. It's made out of aluminum. I'm expecting this thing to have its own processor, and
It's just got a fan for cooling.
does it?
So you got no.
I'm actually seriously thinking this thing has something in it that's making a lot of noise. So I'm sitting here and I'm here. It's like, is that my keyboard? What the? And I'm like, put my ear up and I'm like, this shit's making noise.
I have to imagine it's a circuit or something that's just.
I think it's the lights. I have them on pretty high.
All right.
Yeah.
That would do it, but.
Anyway, hey, oh, and one button that's very special to this keyboard is the Windows Store button. If you guys look really closely, you can see how many times I've pressed it. So thank you, Corsair, for putting the Windows Store button on my keyboard, because if there's one thing I want to shortcut to, that's the Microsoft Windows Store.
So ready to start buying software. Do
Well,
some
if you buy
Candy
a
Crush microtransactions.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You got all that macro built up from Candy Crush
Macro.
that you gotta hit the store button. Say okay. All right. Okay. Play. All right. So we should get an intro.
Where am I? Is this a dream?
Not quite, Murphy.
Then you're the big
Darth
PI in
Vader.
the sky?
That's right, Murphy. But now is not the time for you to be here.
It's
There
James
is a
Earl Jones.
vast and malignant
He always
evil
plays
at
God
work
in
on
these
the
games.
earth, and fate,
Just
for some
any
reason that
disembodied,
even I
powerful
cannot
voice.
fathom, has chosen you to oppose it.
But why me?
I'm no more thrilled about it than you are. Nevertheless, your fate has been decided.
It's not God. It's the big PI in the sky. 7,000 members. So they made $657,000 to produce this game. Hey, look, it's Nicola. Just look at those like HD graphics. Actually, it's like 2K. This game has something to do with Tesla. So it's set in future San Francisco. Think like Blade Runner, but a little more on the comedy side of things. You'll see. Of course, this intro does not tell me that. It makes me think I'm about to watch like a Netflix original.
It does have that sort of vibe.
Or this looks sort of like Star Trek's opening. Without...
So if you were casting a Netflix original series about Tesla, who's playing Tesla?
Oh, shit. It's gotta be my boy Tom. Tom Hanks. Of course he's gonna fucking play Nikola Tesla. You guys are looking at it like, can he? Yes, of course. How can you fucking question Tom Hanks' ability to play Nikola Tesla? What do you think? Who do you think's gonna play it? What, Chris Pratt?
No.
He would be amazing. I would watch that movie hardcore. Kevin Murphy. Now look.
My name's Tex Murphy. I'm a small-time private investigator in the big city of New San Francisco. My office isn't in the glamour districts. It's in the run-down, mutant part of the city, close to Coit Tower. A place they've been refurbishing for years, but it never seems to improve. Not exactly great for business, but it holds a strange attraction for me. I've cracked some pretty big cases over the years. You may even have heard of me. But I don't do much investigating anymore. These days, I'm known for being a man who gets things done, no matter what the cost. You got a job that pays? I'll do it. No questions asked. I can't really remember why I became a PI. Maybe I was drawn to the romance, adventure, and independence it offered. Or maybe because I believed in its code of honor. That a man can remain untarnished as others sink into a cesspool of lies, corruption, and greed. A man better than the world around him.
Look at all of those HD graphics. And there he is, the man himself.
I don't trust it. It's too shiny.
It's too shiny. Too many lens flares, Chris. Courtesy Flush is brought to you by Coca-Cola Vanilla, Corn, and the letter D.
But even a set
But
of
not for
principles
dick.
slowly slip into the The world has a way of beating you into
For
submission.
something else.
Circumstances
Dirty
change.
minds.
The guilty aren't always punished. Temptations become obsessions, and love can be violently taken, leaving you empty and hollow. Each day, innocence fades, and your character weakens. That's not all at once, but a piece at a time, until you can't be put back together again. You finally realize the only way to get ahead in this world is to make sure you're on the winning side, and then do anything you can to stay alive. I don't know why I'm so reflective tonight. Maybe I finally crossed the Rubicon, but that's not true either. I passed that sign miles back and didn't even pause to take a picture. Maybe I just feel extra guilty tonight for what I'm about to do.
Alright, Tex, laying it on thick this time.
Yeah.
There was a time when I would have never agreed to do something this despicable. I can't explain why I do this, but maybe Judas would understand.
Oh, God.
Wait, and dance instructor?
Oh, yeah. His family has a long line of dance instructors. 5 hours later.
I don't care. Drag him into the speeder. Look, the top window. I think we got him. Let's get out of here.
The 7-year ouch.
Hey, you, over here! Finally! What was all that commotion outside anyway? Howza, you really got a hit on the head. Remember me, your old pal Huck? Seriously, you look clueless.
Who or what are you?
Geez, how hard did you hit your head? Well, let me reintroduce myself. I'm your Smart Alex, your personal assistant, version 1.5, fashioned 3 years ago in a factory with truly horrible working conditions you don't want to know. I'm your trusty, tech-savvy sidekick, whose primary functions include travel agent, inventory tracking and analysis, investigative advice, case notes, and I'm also a confidant and a best buddy, you gigantic oaf. Remember?
Not really.
So basically,
Would you
Siri
like a
with an
tutorial on my usage?
Yeah.
Activating tutorial mode. Let's begin.
Switch out Huck for
Welcome to
Guilford
Smart
Godfrey,
Alex
and then you get a
Interface.
game.
This is where the magic happens. This button takes you to your inventory. Items you pick up along the way can be viewed and used from here. To take a closer look at an item, select it and then click the Examine icon.
All
The
right.
Examine feature often gives clues about the object. This is your map, where you can view your current location or warp
This
to other locales.
sounds like a guy from Rift Tracks, actually. I wouldn't be
This
surprised if it
icon
is.
our handy-dandy built-in hint system. It will list tasks for each location. This is your flashlight. If you are in a particularly dark environment, you can turn on this flashlight to help you out. If you're playing in casual mode, when the beam of light from the flashlight shines on an object that needs to be picked up, the object will sparkle. This is
We're
the
playing
look
gamer
icon.
mode, so
If you want to look at an object without interacting with it, press this icon.
More furniture I don't recognize.
The Use icon allows you to interact with an object in the environment. The Smart Alex icon will flash in the corner, confirming an item has been picked up and placed in the inventory. To exit out of the Smart Alex game interface, click on the giant X in the middle. Let's start by picking up an item to add to the inventory. Walk over to the corner shelf and pick up the broken record.
Oh man, my Gene Autry record's broken in two.
Now let's take a look at this new addition in your inventory. Return to the Smart Alex interface and click on the inventory icon. Look, the broken record.
this is the fella that did the
Examine
voice of
broken
Tom
record to hear a
Servo
clue
from
about what to
Mystery
do.
Science Theater 3000.
I'll need some glue to repair this broken record.
Exit your inventory by clicking the X in the upper right corner. Well, let's try picking up another inventory item. Navigate to the desk and pick up the bottle of glue.
Huh, it's a bottle of stupid glue.
Now open your inventory again. You now have both the broken record and the bottle of glue. Let's try combining your two inventory items. Select the broken record and drag it to one of the combination slots below. Now, select the glue and drag it to the other combination slot. I'm experiencing a sensation altogether new to me, and frankly, I love it. Success! You have now created a vinyl record.
Well, I definitely remember my Gene Autry record. It's my one stability in this crazy world.
Try using the vinyl record on your Victrola player in your office. To use an inventory item, simply point at the target,
Wow.
open the inventory, select an item, and then press the Use icon. Ah, Gene Autry, the singing cowboy. Nice choice of music. One more thing. To access the pause menu, simply hit Escape. From here, you can save your game, access the main menu, explore the help section, or quit the game. Yep, that's all there is to it. Now let's get back to your actual case.
All right, I get it now. Thank you. Thank you for that. You have a fax.
Well, I sure don't remember how these holes got in the wall. They look fairly recent, judging from the debris. Who would have done this? Why?
Let me just turn up some audio here. So voice is on max. Let's turn the music down a little bit more. Video. Video has to be max one. Turn the effects down. Turn the effects up higher. Yeah. Okay. Like I'm trying to like mix so I can hear his voice better.
What on earth is this amount of cash doing in my office? If someone was trying to hire me to do something, probably wasn't legal. I better put this away until I know exactly why it's here.
Okay.
Oh boy, a fax. It's a note from my old friend Archie Ellis. Apparently he's out of town doing some research. When he returns, I'll need to ask him about the case we're working on. Well, it's another Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic, Key Lime Largo. I'll put this in my comic book rack.
It's like collectible items.
My friend Louis runs the Brew and Stew, and this is his personal brand of coffee. I gotta say, it packs a wall. Yeah, it's a picture of pre-World War III San Francisco. When things get slow in the detective business, I've always been able to fall back on my skills as a dance instructor. When things get slow in the salsa dancing is a Murphy family tradition. These are my credentials. They don't just give this to anyone. You have to pay a fee. These are my credentials. They don't one of my golf partners. Old Bogey, we call him.
The Maltese Falcon. I don't remember picking up this little souvenir. How long was I knocked out?
It's my Gene Autry fake book. Whenever I'm feeling low, I can sing the songs of my hero. Oh, man, this record's broken in two. Sometimes, I wish I had a talking gumball machine as my wacky sidekick.
Well, I sure don't remember how these holes got in the wall. They look fairly recent.
These are the fedoras I've collected over the years, and I take great care of them. Hey, one of these has a hole in it. How did that happen?
Old trusty sidearm. Been with me since the beginning.
From the first game.
You want some of this, huh? Bam, bam! Hey, bam, bam, bam! Bam! Bam, bam! Bam! And you!
Hey, Sonny, can you help me out? My girlfriend threw my gun out of the window. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just pick it up and, hey, don't point that thing up here. That's not a toy, you know. Oh, my hell.
Oh, yeah. Now I remember. The Colonel. He was my first real mentor in the PI business, and here he is giving me a helpful tip.
So it's like flashbacks.
Because apparently you never learned the first rule of a PI. And never, ever betray your friends. Now, friendship goes beyond blood and race and politics. You gotta find out who your friends are, then you hold on to them.
I always get the chill of fear down my spine whenever I think of him.
I'm just opening and closing things.
Archie Ellis wrote a book? I bet this sells for pennies on eBay. Well, this happened on my first case. I was in the shootout of my life at the warehouse district.
Oh, that's the side scroller.
I took a bullet, and while I was recovering, I swore I was always going to use my brains before brawn.
Yeah, the game's world was originally in a side scroller called Tex Murphy. I think those were I think that was Martian Memorandum. I think that's where that came from. But yeah, so it's got a bit of history.
The Big Finish Detective by your Aaron Corners. Finns make the best detectives. Glue's always useful. This looks interesting. Probably a book on how to map out fun spots to visit inside your brain. Enigma. Sounds like the story of my life. Why would I be researching this? Oh, my decoder ring. The resort sounds like an upscale condo community. Definitely not something I'm interested in. PI rules are for sissies. I've been able to achieve a certain level of success ignoring all the rules of my business. Whoa, this melted chocolate bar has been in here for a while. Chocolate always reminds me of Clint, one of the residents at Chandler Avenue.
This isn't a good time for a social call, punk. If I don't get it fixed soon, I'll go insane! Dory me fossil what to do!
What do you mean, go insane? Seems to me you're already there.
How do you get lost before you eat that chocolate-colored hat of yours?
Yeah, there was a crazy guy in a trash can who really likes chocolate.
Okay then.
You bribe him with chocolate.
On Saturday nights, I push the furniture to the walls and cut loose on the dance floor. My Richie Havens signature guitar signature disappeared. That'll teach me to get an autograph with a dry erase marker. My indispensable water cooler still doesn't have paper cups.
Oh, it's his bedroom. So let's do what we did in the tutorial.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I definitely remember my Gene Autry record. It's my one step. Well, that won't work.
I close my eyes and dream of one. I close my eyes and
Whoa. Never seen this much money in my life. If this is my money, what are they paying me for?
It's the Ark of the Covenant.
You know, as you do.
Ark of the Covenant footrest. Picked it up at a government warehouse sale years back. I've never had the nerve to open it all the way.
He just has the Ark of the Covenant.
This is where I store my trench coats. And I certainly don't remember this piece of furniture. Looks like a genuine antique instead of something I normally get at a white elephant sale. Yeah, I remember years ago, I was finishing up the latest Mike and Ike Candy Kids adventure, and I realized I devoured several chapters and it wasn't agreeing with me. I could feel my stomach churning like a volcano, and I realized I wasn't going to make it to the bathroom.
Oh, what? I'll get you, Murphy, if he's the last thing I do.
Yeah, it's kind of been a sore spot in our relationship ever since.
Okay, then.
That's the sound of the pawn shop owner. He doesn't really like us anyway.
Yeah, San Francisco looks way different now. Ah, that was from my first jackalope hunt. What's up with the bed? Looks like it's for a Lothario instead of some hard-working down-on-his-luck PI. Am I going crazy here? The door to my back storage room is locked. That's strange. Oh, I had this door permanently sealed as it opened directly into my bedroom. People thought that was awfully presumptuous of me.
Oh, that's right. Because it's a hotel, and that's the area to the hallway here.
Oh.
So he don't. It's like, come on in. So this goes out the back staircase here.
Okay.
I guess that was
An article on the Russian White Movement. Am I truly so bored I'm reading Russian history? No messages on the vid phone. Looks like somebody's wiped my computer clean.
Sometimes you just click on everything until you find what you're looking for.
Yep.
Yeah, the rug really ties the room together.
Know that reference. Never seen that movie, but I know that reference.
Man, we
I see
just
my
gotta
credentials
sit.
still keep
I
the
have
dust
that on
off
my
the floor.
computer. I watch it like once a month.
What is it?
It's The Big Lebowski.
Oh. It's one of those movies where I've seen pieces and parts of it, but I never really like watched the whole thing.
So it wasn't a horrible dream. There are gun shell casings in a shot-out window above the electronics shop. I know I'm involved, but how? I should investigate the area and then find out if anybody else heard the commotion.
So.
Chelsea's newsstand is completely abandoned. I need to find out what happened to Chelsea.
What is that? Is that just, oh, it's just a glow stick.
Lead pipes are always magically drawn to my skull like moths to the flame.
Yeah, I think he's.
Is that like a Wendigo?
Yeah, I think so.
Jeez.
This photo was taken from the top floor of the electronics shop. Who's over there spying on me? Whoa, it's a picture of me at my office. Someone's been spying on me from the top floor of the... No one knows these back alleys of Chandler quite like me.
Where's he shooting from? Look, the top window. I just shut out our headlight.
Remember speeder headlights coming down the alleyway.
Where is he? He's up at the window. I think we got him.
Someone was shooting from the top of the electronics shop.
He's injected himself. I don't care. Drag him into the speeder.
I think someone was getting abducted. Motor oil, the secret ingredient to Louis' Armageddon blend. Louis usually up at this time. I should ask him if he heard anything. It looks like the dumpster escaped unscathed.
I'm no detective, but you need to find a way to get up to the second floor of the electronics shop. You know, like a ladder.
Oh, there's his car.
Or a flying car. But, you know, what do I know?
I mean, I have seen some barrel fires in my time, but none, like, if I saw that, I'd be like, yeah, that's a fire hazard. But, you know, it's the future, so maybe not.
Yeah, the city of Old San Francisco picks up the trash once a year. I think we're getting close to our date. Mike and Ike Hammer. Murder, my sweet. Closed. Yeah, this building's been a lemon for anyone who's tried to open a business here. This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint. Yeah, the city of Old San Francisco picks up the trash once a year. I have no desire to ride that streetcar. This old Buick's been picked clean by the urban vultures. Every few years, someone gets the bright idea that this place should be preserved. Repairs are done for a few months, then the workers disappear when City Hall realizes what type of people really inhabit this place.
Sounds about right.
This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when... Another Mike and Ike Hammer. Candy Cane Confidential. Ah, it's a Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic. Citizen Candy Cane.
I think you're an investigator, right? So you get to ignore crime scene,
boarding house
right?
for some of San Francisco's
Yeah,
most
exactly.
notorious.
Ah, looks like Louis at the Bruin Stew is preparing to open up shop. You should go talk to him. Maybe he heard something.
It's a Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic. The Sweet and Sour Lady. I'll put this in my comic book rack back at the office.
Just picking up all these, like, comics just laying around the back alleys.
I'm here to see my pal Louie, but I see a pretty brunette at the counter. I have the feeling she recognizes me, but I have no idea who she is.
Well, hello, stranger.
What do you think I should pick?
I mean, I'm pretty confused, so I would go with confused, but I don't know if that's the.
There's no. I don't think that's correct. I think because these are all just like choices you get to make.
Yeah, go with confused.
Is Louie here?
He's in the back getting ready to open. You're up awfully early. Want some coffee?
Metaphorless.
Sure. I like it like my heart.
Black?
Nope. Super sweet and loaded with cholesterol.
Is that blood? Ow! Oh, hush. Been out picking fights again?
Which one? None of these options help me out at all.
Stranger danger.
Maybe I should go find Louie.
You shouldn't be drinking without me. Next time, call me and we'll get sloshed together. Ah, geez, I'm late. I got a new extension at work. I'll send it to your smart Alex. Please, go see Dr. Donahue at the North Hill Clinic. Call me after and tell me what she says about that noggin of yours. See you, Uncle Louie.
See you, Taylor. Mr. Murphy, what are you doing here?
Shocking. Oh.
Louis, you look great. I hardly recognized you. I mean, how did you lose so much weight so fast? Was it some sort of hypo-lipo session?
I've been this weight for some time now. You just never noticed.
Her?
Sure.
Hey, tell me who that woman was who just left here, and why does she act like she knows me?
Why you gotta be like that? You know Taylor. A little too well, you ask me. You drunk again? I told you. You ain't allowed in here. You've been drinking.
Clean as a bathroom mirror.
Well, I don't feel drunk. It's just my brain's a little foggy.
What happened to your head?
I don't know. I woke up on the fire escape. I go into my apartment and everything is different. The street, Chelsea's newsstand, you. Everything is completely different. I mean, I don't know whether I'm tripping here or having a bad dream or something.
What's the last thing you remember before you woke up?
I don't know, but something with Chelsea.
Chelsea? What day do you think it is? No, hold on. What year do you think it is?
What year? Are you serious? It's 2043.
Oh, jeez. Look at that calendar. Over there, on the fridge.
2050. What the hell's going on here? Last night, Chelsea and I went to the Golden Pagoda.
I think the wording was very, very attractive.
That was the end of the cliffhanger game.
Oh no!
What? It's me.
Look! Somebody has stolen our car. I mean, here I am, my speeder's stolen out here, I'm sitting on a great... God, that was hot!
Oi! Would you guys like a lift to the cop shop?
No, we'll walk.
He's really just trying to do us a favor.
Chelsea, I'm getting a really bad feeling about this. It's like some sort of deja vu.
The most exotic and exquisite things in the land.
Who's your mate?
Oh, that's Tex. He's having a very bad day.
That true, Tex?
Oh no, everything's just going peachy.
Well, things could get worse, huh?
He shot me. He shot both of us. He shot me. There's nothing. Why isn't there anything?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Mike. It wasn't last night. It was 7 years ago.
What the hell is that?
Looks like you got injected with something. Maybe that's what's messing with your head. Or maybe it's that goose egg. Either way, buddy, you gotta see a doctor.
His voice.
You heard those gunshots? I also heard somebody got abducted, just like Chelsea and I were. Me losing my memory, that's just too much of a coincidence. I better go check them out.
I called the cops already. You want to find something, you better get a move on before they get here.
So, what about this woman, Taylor? I mean, she seems to know me pretty well.
That ain't none of my business, Mike. I never thought you was the right guy for her. But two adults can do what they want to do. Murph, you really need to see a doctor. You can't be driving in this condition. Tell you what, I'll call you a cab. I'll have them wait till you're ready to go.
Oh, so these are all like choices.
It sure is good to have the old Mike back. I don't want to get all mushy, but I missed you, Mike. We don't get too much of that stuff around here anymore. Cops have been good about cleaning things up. I got no idea who would have been doing the shooting or getting taken.
These are, like, very charming because that's exactly how it was in the other games, where they just talk directly to the camera, like you're asking the questions.
Clint's done a real nice job, don't you think? Good to see the neighborhood getting fixed up. I don't got a ladder. You might want to check at the Golden Gate Hotel. They've been doing a bunch of renovations. I like that Archie fella. Real friendly. Don't always understand what he's talking about, but hey, different strokes for different folks, right? Yeah, nice to have some fresh blood here on Chandler Avenue. Not really the kind of place I do a lot of shopping at, but some folks seem to like it fine.
Okay, so Chelsea.
You know, I love Chelsea like she was my own daughter. I still miss her, even after all this time.
Taylor.
I forget. You don't remember nothing about Taylor. She works for the Bay City Mirror. Does a lot of investigations.
I'm assuming
and
newspaper.
She's a real peach.
Yeah. Okay.
Sweet, smart, funny. Yeah, I wasn't too happy that you and her was spending time together, but maybe she was seeing through all that tough guy stuff. She's good that way.
Louis.
Oh, me? I'm just the same as always. Just a little less of me than I used to be.
And memory loss.
I wish I could tell you everything you can't remember, but I don't know much. You and Chelsea went missing, and then you showed up out of nowhere a few weeks later. A couple of days after, you was gone again. I only saw you a few times after that. A couple of years went by, and then you came back, and something bad had happened to you. I don't know what, but it made you hard and mean, and you just got worse. Got to where I didn't even want you around anymore.
Oh.
I can't go to the North Hill Clinic. Not now. I need to investigate the crime scene to find out what happened before the police arrive.
Well, let's make sure we check for all the comic books, right?
Right. Gotta get those collectibles.
It's the sewer to Chandler Avenue, and I never go in there unless I really, really have to. This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint.
All right, so I believe we were looking...
Being part of a historical landmark is not really helping my midlife crisis. Inspector Burns finally opened his own barbecue joint. I bet it tastes just like arson in your mouth. Now that's a handsome devil. Wait a minute. A rival PI. Oh man, how did this happen?
Carlos Maldonado, the undercover man. Interesting. Can I go up the ladder? Oh, totally. That's some weird controls. Oh, alright. I don't know why I'm on the ladder, but...
And maybe eventually you're going to have to either break in or out of that second floor window.
Probably.
This became a highly sought... You know, I never actually see anyone working on this street. Inspector Burns finally opened his own barbecue joint. I bet it tastes just like arson in your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
That's a little disturbing, but okay.
Behind Rook's pawn shop is a dirty, ugly alcove that reminds me a lot of Rook himself. These dumpsters have housed various individuals over the years. It's always nice to know I'll have a place to go if I can't make rent. I remember the day I came back to my office to that grisly sight.
And it's just sitting back here.
I tried for an hour to get Pug's head out of the water cooler, but it was no dice. The police showed up and thought about grilling me until they realized Pug was a mutant. And it was like they couldn't care less.
guess people are a little apprehensive about taking that bottle back for deposit.
Oh, broken zipline trolley.
That's Rook's pawn shop. Well, it's not a Banksy. These dumpsters have housed various individuals over the years. It's always nice to know I'll have a place to go if I can't make rent.
Yeah, I think so. That's such weird, like how it just snaps.
This door's just painted on. I knew there was something creepy in there.
What the fuck? There's just a creepy thing.
What the hell?
I think somebody had a little bit too much fun with the backgrounds in this game.
Why would a little gremlin like Rook have a basketball hoop? Ah, yes. Llama Claus would bring packs of cigarettes to all the good children around the world. Well, the gate's locked, but when Rook gets to work, he'll unlock it, so I'll check back later. It's closed. That's Rook's pawn shop.
Whoa.
Sad to say, many robots and cyborgs end up down here. They get hooked on old Chihuahua motor oil, and they stumble down here looking for a fix until their lights fade out.
Oh.
Okay. I didn't know that a robot could get drunk, but you know.
These dumpsters have housed. Chelsea's newsstand is completely abandoned. I need to find out what happened to Chelsea. It's a 3 cards to midnight shop. Archie helped me out on my Pandora Directive case where we met a charming fellow named Jackson Cross.
That's the name of the game.
I'm gonna do you the favor of a lifetime. I'm gonna let you walk. But if I catch you meddling in NSA affairs one more time, I'm gonna put a bullet right in your eyeball. Is that clear? Get this pukehead out of my office.
Pukehead.
I'll be watching you, Murphy.
I really liked doing all the super sarcastic like remarks to everybody, because everybody in the game were like super serious, and I just went for like the cheesy PI stuff.
Sounds like there's something scary in the sewers. 3 cards at midnight isn't open right now. I'll have to try back later. Rusty the Clown was one of our more infamous Chandler Avenue residents. He ended up in Nevada Chemical strong enough to melt titanium.
Yeah, in the first game you find Rusty the Clown inside of a vat of like acid.
On purpose?
Looks like Rusty's fun mass building has been
Murdered.
converted into a Knights of the Templar clubhouse.
Oh man, look at this hotel.
Is this the one being renovated?
Yeah, the Golden Gate Hotel was so famous they named a bridge after it.
I'm pretty sure every one of your cases involves the Snow White warehouse somehow.
Yep, that's the Snow White warehouse. It's locked and I need to find a way to open it. Yep, that's the Snow White... needs a key. Yep, that's the Snow White warehouse.
Yeah, actually, I didn't think of that, but yeah, it's in every single game for some reason.
It's like, hey, we have the assets all ready to go for this. Let's...
Mi hombre Estates. It's closed. Most businesses on Chandler Avenue won't open until later. This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation couldn't penetrate through all the lead paint.
Oh.
Good evening, ladies and charms. I'm your entertainer tonight, Mr. Franco Spinoza. I'm going to be playing some songs that I know you'll love. Listen to this one. Hot and cold, it's what it does to me. Hot and cold, the shower sprays on me. La la, hey, la la la, hell with it.
We need to save that clip to show Emily to watch her cringe.
It saves to YouTube, so I'll just like link her the time code. That's fucked up. You're evil, Nick.
This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the radiation...
All
couldn't
right, so
penetrate
everything
through all the
says
lead
that now.
paint.
Let's go up to Coit Tower.
Coit Tower, once one of the great landmarks of the city, is now a broken-down monument symbolizing the world that's passed us by.
My nose has started sagging lately. Makes it hard to breathe. Now, what kind of info you looking for, huh?
Yeah, that was one of the mutants. He had like an elephant trunk. I like that they put clips from the old games as like a little reminder. All right. Oh shit. That fucking started up fast.
That is an impressive elevator there.
Like you have your arm out the armrest and just someone just goes. Jeez. All right. It's over here. Can't go this way.
Because it would be impossible to hop over that impossibly tall barrier.
There's an entire section in Metal Gear Solid, the original Metal Gear Solid, where it's like the staircase is just like, it's by the first floor, but it's cut, like the stairs are missing there. And it's like, oh, you have to go all the way to the top of the tower, cross over to the other tower, then come all the way back. I'm like, I'll hang, drop, or fucking take the damage. Like, I feel like that seems like such a... I always thought that was the most, like, ridiculous... not in comparison with the storyline, which is already ridiculous, but just a very ridiculous point in the game.
Whoa. I wasn't always nervous about heights until my Under a Killing Moon case. I was trying to break into a luxury high-rise and slipped from the 32nd floor.
Looks like no one's home. This is gonna be easier than falling off a horse. This window doesn't want to open up. Maybe if I... Whoa! Whoa!
What?
Fortunately, I hit an awning before I hit the ground, but I didn't stop bouncing for about 30 minutes.
Okay.
Coit Tower, once one of the great landmarks of the city, is now a broken-down monument symbolizing the world that's passed us by.
Can I fall off? Oh, it looks like I can.
Do it, do it, do.
Oh my god. You could die.
Well, you're dead. Don't be sad. It's probably the most satisfying ending this case was ever going to have.
Ow. Ow. Let's reload that.
No, I think you did it.
Well, it took my points away,
Oh,
Nick.
it took your points away. I didn't notice.
I don't
you had
want to
points.
lose points.
Okay. My bad.
I want points. I want to win. Is that a gateway to hell?
Score more points to win the game. I want to win.
That was a pretty amazing cutscene, actually. Was not expecting to have them go that far as to show him falling off the tower.
Closed. Yeah, this building's been a lemon for anyone who's tried to open a business here. Oh, it's my favorite podcast. Full of pod people.
The Ritz Hotel.
Heck, Malden. That buffoon always got credit for cases I solved. Problem with vid phones is you can't call anyone from the bathroom anymore. Well, you shouldn't. The Presidio. I mean, the Palace of Fine Arts. No, wait, is it the Museum of Science? San Francisco just has too many landmarks.
Yeah.
Time to get a new clock. It's best not to sit on these couches, but if you do, you better be wearing a hazmat suit. If a bell is on the front desk, I could ring it and talk to the clerk.
So, at some point we need to find a bell to
He's probably gonna be like, I thought I lost that thing.
Well, this is a flashy new neighbor. Sapphire, eh? That sounds like a fun new neighbor.
Domineering escort.
Okay.
Have you been a bad boy?
So let's be moving on then. She sounds like she's out of your price range, let's be honest.
People who stay here at the Ritz don't want to be found. People who stay here at the Ritz don't want to be found.
That's Texas, I think.
Yeah, needs a key. Uh-oh. That doesn't look good.
I don't know, it seems pretty clear, which means it's not like somebody leaned up against it
I had this door
and like
permanently
was
sealed as it
dragged
opened
away.
directly into my bedroom. People thought that was awfully presumptuous of me.
That's pretty awesome, actually.
The ultimate game of Battleship.
Alright.
Fat chance of that happening. Do you know what kind of creeps live in this place?
Electronic shop's closed. There's gotta be a way up there.
Nice
Well,
graffiti art.
Can you go into the Golden Gate at the end?
Did you pick up the chocolate bar? Was it something that you could do?
No, I couldn't pick it up. It was like an item that gives you a flashback.
Do you think that one dude is still alive?
This place
I'm sure. They brought the actors back for the game, so
he should still be in that dumpster, but he's
As I walked to
asleep
the
now.
counter,
he's not
I
there.
suspect this place is under new management.
hello?
Hello?
Holograms are people.
Welcome to the Golden Gate Hotel. How can I help you? Mr. Murphy?
Flattering comment.
Wow. Service around here has gotten a lot better and a lot smarter. Call me Tex.
No, thank you. The last time I tried that, you were all
I'm a professional and should be treated as such.
for some self-righteous baloney like that. Management heard about it and I didn't get any time off for a month.
Does not compute.
What do you mean? Last time I was here. This is the first time I have seen you. So there's probably a bug in your system or something.
You're the one with the bug. Right up your you-know-what.
So, you got a name?
You know very well who I am. Holly Graham. Cute, right? You tangibles just can't resist a pun.
Spell check humor.
So, I think your sign has a typo. It says holograms are people too.
So you can read. It's for the hologram rights movement.
I hate to tell you this, but holograms aren't people. And I ought to know because I've dated a few.
That's exactly what they used to say about minorities, women, and mutants. It's our turn now. I'm officially on strike.
Well, I support you 100%. I believe everybody deserves equal treatment.
Really? You're the last person I thought I'd hear that from. Everyone in this neighborhood's afraid of you, you know.
What are these options? What do you think?
Well, at least it's not. Well,
they're funny.
They're fun. Well, that's the thing. It's like the Bioware option where it's like not right now, thanks. And it's like, fuck you, I'm not doing this. And
Yeah.
it's like,
yeah.
Whoa, okay.
It's like Saber, and then you just like unload on the little girl. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And they're like, why did you do that, Shepard? It was her time. What do you think? Which one is the most interesting out of all three?
Crossed wires?
I think you may have the wrong Mr. Murphy. A little Q&A might clear that up.
Sure. Though I should warn you, I don't get out much.
Tex Murphy.
Now that I know you support the hologram rights movement, I may have to reevaluate my opinion of you.
Abduction on Chandler.
I heard gunshots, and then the speeder came flying out and took off.
Oh, Brits Hotel.
Well, it's no Golden Gate Hotel, is it?
That look of like, the ladder.
We keep everything like that over at the Snow White warehouse.
Key? So there's a ladder in Snow White warehouse, which we have to get into. Again.
I think we need a key for that first.
Archie Ellis.
I think he came in one time with Mojo, the kid from the barbecue place. It was awkward.
Taylor.
Taylor's my bestie, my real friend. I don't know what she's doing with you.
Louis.
The nicest tangible I've ever met.
Holly Graham.
Oh, you know me. Just a hologram. Here to serve my tangible oppressors.
Snow White warehouse.
I've heard they keep a key or something to get inside the warehouse by the door.
That's it? Alright.
Okay.
I should look around the hotel lobby and see if there's anything here that could help me out.
Well, she was nice.
I'm surprised people still read newspapers, but admittedly, they bring a nice nostalgia.
There was actually a guy here who really liked Inspector Burns, because it was like a child TV show. And he's like all about like fire safety. And that was the original desk clerk. I don't know where that guy is though.
When visiting Salt Lake, be sure to
Maybe
visit...
he works at the restaurant. The barbecue place.
True. What's this?
It's a key to a lockbox.
There we go.
Only guests of this hotel are allowed entrance through here. Forget it, Jake. It's a Chinatown sale. When visiting Salt Lake, be sure to visit...
It's funny. This is the people who made this are really big fans of not just pop culture, but detective pop culture.
Yeah.
And sci-fi in
ballroom
general.
renovations include installing an actual ball pit.
Oh yeah. Snow White Hotel. Wonder what kind of craziness we're gonna get into here.
Yeah, needs a key.
Which I have. What?
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right.
Okay, I'm out of ideas.
Well, that sucks. What?
You tried brute forcing it.
It's locked, and I need to find a way to open it.
One of these days, we need to play Siberia on the stream so we can talk about
Yeah.
brute forcing a
Oh
dumb
man.
code.
Well, let's see. Maybe she has the key code.
Hey, Tex. How's your case progressing?
No, she doesn't have the fucking answer. Let's see. Anybody open their shop up since I've been busy? No? Everyone's still closed, maybe? Are you open? No.
It's closed. Most businesses on Chandler Avenue won't open until later.
Go back to the warehouse. Let's
take a look around.
Take a look around. See if there are oddly grouped things.
This became a highly sought-after neighborhood post-World War III when it was found that the
Do you
radiation
think it was
couldn't
because of all the
penetrate
lead
through
paint?
all the lead.
Yeah, all the lead paint. Oh, wait. Of course.
What do we got here? It's like
We changed the Snow White warehouse's lockbox code 4268.
What do we got here? It's like instructions to get into the...
Did I look at everything?
Too bad this zipline trolley is broken.
So. That was weird.
Okay.
That's some
Wait,
unlocking sound. Whoa. Okay.
Wow, is this still here? I used this to deal with a cunning criminal on my Under a Killing Moon case who had a bad case of bozophobia.
Oh, right. This is fucked up.
It's me, Rusty Kids, and I'm here. Mommy's come back.
Whoa!
That's the guy who killed the clown. I solved that
tattooed on his
mystery.
knuckles and he wants to show me
That wasn't the
firsthand
case,
how
but
it's out of
it was
prison.
one of the many cases in Under a Killing Moon.
That's the Snow White warehouse.
Yeah. When you killed him and then you see the clown is like flying above him, it freaked him the fuck out.
Yep, that's the Snow White warehouse.
I wonder if that's a Snow White warehouse.
Some familiar names on the Chandler Avenue sex offender list.
Scary Larry, Misdemeanor, Ted Bear, Benny Shaw, Nilo Pagillo. I can't see it all that well. Something got pulled up or down. What's this?
Looks like an interesting read.
This is probably another reference to something.
Looks like an interesting read.
I did pull the lever. I don't know what that.
Wasn't there something out the door and to the right?
No. We're looking for the ladder. That's what it was.
Now that I have a ladder,
That's what
I
it
can
was.
get into
Crane.
the second floor of the electronics shop.
It's a good thing the police are taking their time getting here.
So much hooch, so little time.
I was trying to jump. Skyline's pretty cool.
Nice ladder. Man, I don't even know what I was trying to do. Yeah, Louis once told me these rooms were used by bootleggers and smugglers during Prohibition. There were hidden panels in rooms where they'd hide their stash.
Just checking all these other.
Yeah, Louis once told me these rooms were used by bootleggers and smugglers during Prohibition. There were someone up here is definitely the target of attention. Someone needs to update their poster collection. Prohibition ended 100 years ago. Someone needs to update their poster collection. Prohibition ended 100 years ago.
Oh, it's a puzzle.
Someone's been spying on the citizens of Chandler Avenue. Oh, I was anti-Prohibition myself. A business card from a rival detective? What the hell?
Maybe this is where he was staying.
That's a damn shame. This guy was working diligently to get a free sub at Inspector Burns' barbecue.
Oh, he was so close. What? Oh. Blue, purple, yellow. What? It's like yellow, orange, red. What was the top one?
I think it was the one on top. And then I thought it was like 6 o'clock position, like straight down.
We failed.
Oh, one over.
So. Nice. Orange, blue. Gee, oh, what? Okay, we're fucked. Orange, what? Blue. No, orange. No.
No. Stop. Straight down.
Here?
No, straight, like, 6 o'clock. There you go.
And
now
then
you can go up.
This one?
Maybe? No.
Orange, blue, orange. It was this one.
Okay.
So which one was the first one?
That one. Nope.
No, it's this guy. Got the wrong one.
No. That one.
Can we not have another one, please? Thank you. It's getting to the point where it was going to be like near impossible. Oh,
Ooh.
You look dead. He doesn't look a whole lot better, but
Don't shoot.
Way to go, Murphy, getting your DNA over everything in the scene. What the fuck? Dead Tex gets his own mojo on. Or dial M for moron. Yeah, that was a bad time for him.
Following our first lead and we get ourselves caught in a laser net. All in a day's work, right?
Smart Alex had a point, but I wasn't going to let him have the satisfaction of knowing so. There was one good thing about spending hours stuck in a laser net. You've got time to think. Who is this guy? Who killed him? And what kind of surveillance was he doing right across from my apartment? And what's in the metal canister? Have 7 years really passed without me remembering it? Is it related to my head injury or the injection mark on my arm? Well, I think you missed a hell of a party.
Party?
Yeah, you're here in time for the laser show.
I wouldn't do that. I was here to meet Carlos Maldonado. Is that you? Or him?
Look, I just stumbled onto this little nightmare, and I need to find out who this guy was and what he was doing. I'm a PI, and I assume this guy is Maldonado. My name's Murphy. Who are you?
Mason said Maldonado was a PI. Were you working with Mason too?
I'll be honest. I don't know if I was working for Mason or not. Actually, I'm having severe memory problems here, so anything you can tell me about Maldonado or Mason or what's in the cryo chamber here would be greatly appreciated.
I think I set off an alarm when I came in here. I don't usually do this kind of thing. I was just trying to help Mason. He said, come in here, find the PI, get the cryo chamber, and keep it safe.
Hey, I found that first.
Slow learner. You have to find Mason. I think he's in big trouble with bad people. I don't know why. He's a neurologist, for God's sake. But you have to promise me that if I let you go, you won't come after me. You'll find Mason.
Oh, I promise. My fingers are so frozen I can't cross them.
If your memory problems are part of all this, Mason is the only one who can help you. So you need to find him and bring him back safe just as much as I do. I'll be in contact soon.
Man, those cops are getting close, but I don't want to leave this place without a clue.
By the way, it's
better hurry up
almost
and find
9:30.
something
Do you want to
before
keep
they
going,
get
or do you
here.
want to call it?
Started at 8. Yeah, we'll go for like a few more.
Okay.
And then we'll stop.
Well, that might come in handy.
Strictly speaking, I would never encourage anyone to break the law, but those sirens are getting awfully close and a lot.
This SOB's been living up here, watching my every move.
Yeah, tough break, hombre.
Not even one crate of mixers. This guy was hardcore. Not even one crate of mixers. This guy was hardcore. Not even one crate of
All right,
mixers.
all right.
This guy
Not
was
even one crate of
hardcore.
heart mixers. He is apparently hardcore. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
As I try to make my great escape down the ladder, I find 2 officials waiting to greet me.
Hello, boys.
Well, if it isn't Tex Murphy, what were you doing in there?
Well, it's a little hard to
Oh, you know the drill.
I was really trying to get my hands on that surveillance equipment. Maybe I could see exactly what happened to me. Now the only way I'll find it is if New San Francisco's finest decides to play ball with me. I don't know where they'd start now, but I'd better polish up on the old Murphy charm.
Whether you're a mutant or a norm, San Francisco is our home. Be a part of the solution to crime. You see something suspicious, please report it to the SFPD immediately.
You see something, say nothing, and drink to forget.
Make it quick, Murphy. I got about a million things to do. And wasting time on you ain't one of them.
Didn't take you long to get in trouble, did it? You here to turn yourself in?
Claiming the ranks.
Danwich? I hardly recognized you. What, been 10 years? You were still a patrolman back then.
I'm surprised you remember me.
Go for the endorsement deal.
Danwich? Are you kidding me? Rhymes with manwich? And manwiches are unbelievably delicious.
In case you didn't get the memo, I head up the department now. And things aren't as loosey-goosey as they were under Malden.
Compliment?
Yeah, you seem like a man who likes his goosies tight. So why is it you think I came down here to turn myself in?
Well, we just found you at a crime scene with a dead body. That dead body happens to be Carlos Maldonado, a PI working the same neighborhood as you. Is that your way of intimidating the competition?
Market saturation.
Well, lucky for me and Carlos, there's enough crime on Chandler Avenue to go around for 2 PIs. You boys do such a bang-up job down there.
Not true. Since I took over, mutant neighborhoods get the same attention as the norms.
Well, I'll be sure to tell Carlos's mother, if he had one.
I was just reviewing your file when you came in.
Is that a lot? Because it looks like a lot.
August 2047. Beek Nariz, NSFPD informant. Beaten and hospitalized after providing information about Tex Murphy. Nariz refuses to identify his assailant. No charges ever filed. November 2048. Surveillance video shows suspected extortionist Jen Lee leaving the Golden Pagoda with Tex Murphy, never to be seen again. The case remains unsolved. Shall I go on? In the past few years, you've gained quite a reputation for yourself. You've got New San Francisco's criminal underbelly running scared.
What do you think I should pick?
Bright side.
You're a cop. Isn't that the way you like your criminal underbellies?
We arrest criminals so they could be tried in a court of law. We don't just kill them, and I won't tolerate vigilantism. If you didn't kill Maldonado, what were you doing there?
Victim blaming?
Sure, why not?
I just found out he was spying on me. I followed the trail and saw that Maldonado had surveillance equipment aimed at my office. I want to find out what he recorded.
Who cares what he recorded? If you're such an upstanding citizen, you've got nothing to hide, right?
Dirty little secret.
I wanted to find out whether he caught me scrapbooking. If that gets out, I'm through in this town.
I don't even think you're joking about that. You're free to go, Murphy. For now. Any questions?
Tex Murphy.
I'm not sure what to think of you, Murphy.
Abduction.
I have no evidence of an abduction. Just a dead body and only one person of interest. It might be in your best interest if you could find out what happened.
Ritz Hotel.
That whole neighborhood seems to attract more than its fair share of trouble.
Chelsea.
As far as the coroner and the commissioner were concerned, finding Chelsea's remains in your speeder were enough to pronounce her legally dead.
Taylor.
She's an investigative reporter at the Bay City Mirror. One of the less obnoxious ones.
Carlos.
I know Maldonado was a dirtbag, but unless it's in self-defense, killing somebody, even a dirtbag, is a crime and will be prosecuted.
Maldonado's surveillance video.
I'm not allowed to let you see it.
Oh,
That encrypted memory stick probably has some useful information on it.
Oh, great advice. If you could help me break it, then I'd be impressed. Guess I'll have to see if anyone else on the street can break it for me.
all right. That's a good spot to stop.
Okay.
Actually, let's go to the main menu. There we go. Cool. Let me just pop back over to the stream cam. To the couch cam. So, what did you guys think?
Seems like fun.
Seems like fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike? It's a shake ahead. You know, if Mike gives it an endorsement of any kind that's positive because it is an FMV and an adventure game, then I assume that it's probably decent.
It seems jam-packed with fun and wit and references.
Yes.
And I think if you know that's what you're walking into, and that's what you're looking for, you're gonna have a really good time with it.
Yeah.
I also like how you've got kind of like a first-person kind of control over your environment, and then it kind of cuts to different things.
Yeah, I like that a lot about that.
That's pretty neat because you don't see many adventure games that take that kind of format.
No, they did that since Under Killing Moon, which was
All
the
right.
first FMV game that they did with this.
Yeah. So I think I like the way it's made. I like its heart.
Yeah. Well, then if we play it again, I'll have you play it.
Okay.
That would be cool. So thanks for stopping by, Nick.
Yep. Glad to be back.
I feel like, you know, when we go, yeah, it is fun. Thanks, Biddy. I appreciate that. It's always fun. You know, I kind of always want to like do something bigger for Friday Night Specials, but you can't always, and I get that. I feel like as time goes on, we'll find a way to make every Friday Night Special bigger. And I don't know how that's gonna happen. We haven't done a Jax Games in a while. Would you guys be up for doing that again at some point? Another Jax night?
Yeah, I don't think next week because, like I said, I'm gonna.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be in a couple weeks because Kevin's still out of town. But also, I think the one thing too is like with Jax night, we normally get a pretty decent turnout, but like there's like this curve I've noticed of like how like we play it for like an hour and a half, and then we're all like kind of down here and done because the games. Like they only like they're great at the beginning.
I can only beat you guys at trivia so many times.
Exactly. And then also we could do a D&D campaign. Mike's been working
I'm pretty
Occasionally,
much
yeah.
I'm pretty much just ready to do it. Like it's not so much a point of like what prep can I do anymore. It's we sit down and do it, because that's where we are at this point. That's where I am. It's not okay, let me plan this, let me make this character, let me do it. I have character sheets that came with the kit if people don't want to make a character, or if they want, or if people do want to make a character. Like I told, like, I have your character sheet saved somewhere, and I told you we do a one-off with you where we just establish your background.
Let's do that for a stream.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just do that for a stream. That'll be fun.
All right.
I don't know. We'll figure out a format and a way to like record that, set up and everything.
Yeah.
But I think that would be fun because I'm gonna have fun.
Yeah.
Mike knows my level of, and that's gonna be interesting as a DM. Is the character I'm going to play is going to be very close to what I think a rogue would be like. And I don't think you really know what I think a rogue's going to be like. So I'm excited to see what you have in store for me.
Well, it's
and
interesting because
I have a feeling you're going to fucking deflect my bullshit very easily.
I don't know, because wait, the whole
that who's gonna roll with the BS.
Yes.
The whole idea
wow.
the whole idea of it is to establish, like, instead of you sitting down and thinking about where your character came from and whatever, that session is just going to be your history. And so whatever we do for that, it's going to define, okay, who were you when you were a kid? Like, what were some of your decisions to moral choices? And
so basically, like, you were walking down an alleyway with a nice new sweet roll that you just got from the baker, and the big boy stands in front of you and says, "Give me that sweet roll, you're gonna beat you up." What do you do? I step on the sweet roll and I look him in the eye and it's like, "Come for it." That's actually an option in Morrowind.
Well, that's like
that's the option for the choice. It's like you step on the sweet roll and you're like, "Bring it on, bitch."
And so it's like that would be.
That's not the choice my character would make.
Well, it's just interesting because I'm trying to. That's another thing I kind of struggle with is like, how do you define? Like, there's the morality chart, and I'm thinking that choice is like it's chaotic something. I want to say chaotic neutral, because chaotic good.
Chaotic neutral is kind of like I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Well, I really don't give a fuck. Really? Is that what I'm assuming is like something happened? Like, no, I don't care. I really don't. I will fucking kill you.
Well, somebody
just get out of my.
Well, if chaotic neutral is like all the kind of, or chaotic evil is you make all the threats and then you carry out them. Chaotic neutral is more like.
Oh.
There's a good story about how
Neverwinter Nights 2, and it just reminded me of all the evil choices you could make.
Yeah.
There's always an option in most conversations to just kill the person.
Yeah.
So it's like you just pull out a knife and it's like, "This will be the last time we talk to you, little girl." And it's like, Jesus fucking
Christ! What?
You could just kill anybody. It'd be like a dog, and it's like bark, and it's like, huh, you're not gonna be barking anymore. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I get evil.
Yeah.
But that's like,
Well,
I don't
it's
want
like-
that person a part of my party.
Yeah.
Evil.
Well,
Once you
it's
go
like-
after animals,
it's like dumb
done.
evil, and then that might not even be like chaotic evil. That might just be like neutral evil, where you're just like a bad person. But lawful evil is more interesting. But
Yeah.
that's the thing about, you don't want to hem yourself into a morality, because then you're always just picking, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you," if you're whatever that. You don't want to play that way, but
because then you start picking all, and if you do it the reverse, you just start doing the good choices. You're like, I'm always going to do the right thing, but sometimes.
But there is kind of like there is a lean. Like, a good example of chaotic neutral was, I read a story where,
excuse me.
By chance this bar ended up being abandoned. It's just like its current owner kind of left, and it was under the rule of whatever the Lord at the time was, but the Lord was away, and so this guy's character was just like, he just walks up to the guards in front of it and bluffs that that's his bar. And I was like, well, okay, they believe you, and so you go in and you hire them. He's like, I want to hire these guys. I want to run this bar, and he just has a bar now. And it's like, that's chaotic neutral. It's like you didn't steal a bar, but you didn't buy it either, and you didn't like exploit anybody, and now you are running it legitimately.
You're
so
just
it's
it's like you're avoiding a situation by putting yourself in a completely out there situation.
Yeah.
No, it sounds like that would be a lot of fun, and it sounds like just by talking to you, it sounds like something you really would like to do as well.
I've just been waiting to.
And Nick,
yeah.
if Nick can join us for that too,
Nick could definitely jump in on that. Make his character and
yeah, that would be a lot of fun. So we're gonna go ahead and sign out here, and probably have Nick jump into some VR if he's got time.
Yeah, maybe a few minutes. We'll see.
Okay. And we'll definitely pick up Tex Murphy again, because after just playing it, I'm already falling in love with the weirdness and the storytelling, and I really am appreciating the quality that went behind this game.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah. It's like you saw the clips from the other game. That's that's the FMVs from that. But the 3D part where you're walking around, like it's as good as mid-90s 3D as you're gonna get, as far as like Unreal block textures and stuff like that. It was really difficult sometimes for me to see stuff, but in this game it's very clear what you can and can't do. So I think it's gonna be cool. But anyway, I'm gonna turn this game's soundtrack down, and we're gonna go Journey to Silius. All right. Well, that's it, you guys. You have a good night, and we'll see you guys on Monday. Or if I probably play another Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades. Until then, take care.
See ya.